This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 23, verses 23 to 26. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. You're hopeless, you religion scholars and Pharisees, frauds. You keep meticulous account books, tithing on every nickel and dime you get, but on the meat of God's law, things like fairness and compassion and commitment, the absolute basics, you carelessly take it or leave it. Careful bookkeeping is commendable, but the basics are required. Do you have any idea how silly you look? Writing a life story that's wrong from start to finish, nitpicking over commas and semicolons? You're hopeless, you religion scholars and Pharisees, frauds. You burnish the surface of your cups and bowls so they sparkle in the sun, while the insides are maggoty with your greed and gluttony. Stupid Pharisee. Scour the insides, and then the gleaming surface will mean something. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 23, verses 23 to 26. We continue to listen to Jesus' discourse on the 7 woes. The Torah commanded the people to offer the tithe, 1/10 of everything the people produced in their fields, mainly grains, fruits, wine, and oil. Some Pharisees sought scrupulous observance of the command by adding even minor grains produced in the home garden, but conveniently ignored the weightier matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Today we could be the ones falling into the mistakes of the teachers of the law and the Pharisees, believing that we can buy God with money. The gospel today challenges us to grow in mercy and justice while professing our faith in Jesus. Some people make huge financial contributions to the church, but refuse to be just and merciful towards people around them. Pope Francis, during his visit to Sicily in September 2018, called on members of notorious Mafia networks in Italy, many of whom worship openly and belong to the church, saying, "You cannot be a mafioso and believe in God at the same time." In his sermon, the Pope said, Mafia members do not live as Christians because they blaspheme against God's name with their lives. Even when they actively participate in charity works and make huge contributions to the church, if they are involved in drug deals or human trafficking, they cannot claim to be Christians. Contributions to the church and charity works are indeed a must, but that should not be done as a cover for one's lack of justice and mercy. The question of ritual purity was a matter of great significance in the time of Matthew and had become increasingly important throughout the diaspora. The Jews regarded it as one of their primary identification marks, distinguishing them from the surrounding Gentile culture. However, Jesus wished to emphasize the priority of inner attitudes over external practices. In the world of Jesus, personal integrity is rated higher than ritual purity. A major cause of division within the church in recent times happens in the name of liturgical rituals. Many people, including many bishops and priests, disagreed with the Pope when he taught the church to accept the liturgical reforms brought forth by Vatican II. The call for a unified liturgical form in the Syro-Malabar Church in India is almost causing a breakup in that community. Today's words of the gospel is all the more relevant to the church. O blind Pharisee, purify first the inside of the cup, so that what is outside it may become clean.